Hello and welcome. You're watching Left, Right and Centre. I'm Vedant Agarwal. Our lead focus on the show tonight. Well, battle lines have been drawn. In the national capital, the India Bloc held a mega show of strength with all opposition leaders, including Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, also Akhilesh Yadav, Tejashwi Yadav, Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray attending that mega show of strength, with the opposition rallying behind Arvind Kejriwal after he was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. There's a 5-point agenda that the opposition bloc has come out with, including urging the Election Commission to ask the ED and CBI to stop its what they call forceful action. Meanwhile, they also say that this is a Loktantra Bachao rally to save democracy. The BJP has responded to it as well. The BJP has called it Bhrashtachariyon ki Baarat, or an alliance of corrupt, and at the same time they say that the opposition alliance is trying to unleash anarchy. Listen in to all the political reactions coming in.
अंपायर किसने चुने? नरेंद्र मोदी ने। हमारी टीम में से मैच शुरू होने से पहले 2 खिलाड़ियों को अरेस्ट करके अंदर कर दिया। ये जो चुनाव हो रहा है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी इस चुनाव में मैच फिक्सिंग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
क्या उन्हें इस्तीफा देना चाहिए? केजरीवाल जी को इन्होंने गिरफ्तार कर लिया। आपके केजरीवाल शेर है, शेर। ये ज्यादा दिन तक उनको जेल में नहीं रख पाएंगे। करोड़ों लोगों के दिल में बसते हैं केजरीवाल।
आज जो सत्ता में है वे अपने आप को राम भक्त कहलाते हैं। इसीलिए यहां बैठे हुए मेरे मन में ये बात आई कि उनको इस संदर्भ में कुछ कहना चाहिए। मुझे लगता है कि वे कर्मकांड में उलझ गए हैं। मुझे लगता है कि वे दिखावे में लिप्त हो चुके हैं।
सुना है लोग दिल्ली वाले आज दिल्ली से बाहर गए हैं। ये समझ लेना हम सब लोग आने वाले हैं, और दिल्ली से जो बाहर जा रहे हैं आज, वो हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बाहर जा रहे हैं। ये लोग जो नारा दे रहे हैं 400 पार, अगर आपके 400 पार हो रहे थे तो आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता से आपको घबराहट किस बात की है?
देखिए, आज से कुछ साल पहले रामलीला मैदान में ही श्रीमान अरविंद केजरीवाल के बड़े बड़े बोल सुनने को मिलते थे। तब वो राजनीति में नहीं थे, तब कहते थे मैं भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ जंग लड़ रहा हूं, राजनीति में नहीं आऊंगा। और ये लोकतंत्र बचाने की लड़ाई नहीं थी, ये डेमोक्रेसी बचाने की लड़ाई नहीं थी, ये डेमोक्रेसी नहीं, करप्शन खतरे में है।
ये वही केजरीवाल जी और उनकी पार्टी है जो उसी रामलीला के मैदान में अन्ना हजारे जी के साथ खड़े होकर करप्शन के खिलाफ नारा बुलंद कर रहे थे। और भाई ताज्जुब की बात है और हास्यास्पद है, जिन लोगों के खिलाफ ये सूची लेकर चल रहे थे ना, वही सब लोग आज मंच पर बैठे हुए थे उनके साथ।
कार्रवाई कर रहा हूं, इससे कुछ लोग बौखला गए हैं। जब मोदी पूरी ताकत से भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ रहा है, तो इन लोगों ने मिलकर एक इंडी गठबंधन भी बना लिया है। इनको लगता है कि मोदी इनसे डर जाएगा।
And joining me on Left, Right and Centre tonight, I'm being joined by Shazia Ilmi, spokesperson of the BJP. Also with us, Shama Mohammed of the Congress. Abhinandita Mathur, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, is with us as well. Vineet Goenka, political analyst who supports the BJP, is also on the panel tonight. Thanks very much for joining us, all of you, for on Left, Right and Centre tonight. Going across to you first, Shazia Ilmi, your response to perhaps the very valid demands that the opposition has made today at the Loktantra Bachao rally. They say that the Election Commission should ensure a level playing field, should ensure fair opportunity. In principle, would you agree with that at least?
First of all, I would like to say that what an epic fall we've seen, really, of Aam Aadmi Party, and how the corrupt have united and formed a band of their own. And it's so unfortunate when I was part of India Against Corruption and had no idea that it would ever become a party. It was exactly the same people who were present on the stage today, the same names that we called corrupt, that Kejriwal actually became a CM on the basis of calling the same people who were there on the stage, calling them corrupt and kattar beiman. And all the exposes that Kejriwal did and demanded jail, an imprisonment for all these people had all come to support Kejriwal. It's another story, of course, however, that Kejriwal's poster was thrown out and they made it about democracy. And it is the same Kejriwal who used to say, why did Anna Hazare get thrown into the jail by this very cruel, tyrannical, fascist Sonia Gandhi's government? So I was actually very amused to see the corrupt unite under the big umbrella.
Okay, Abhinandanita Mathur of the Aam Aadmi Party, come in and respond to that, because it is of course difficult for the Aam Aadmi Party to wriggle out of corruption charges. While of course you may say that these are fabricated, this is political vendetta at play, but the fact of the matter is, for the voter, do you think the narrative is going against you, with the BJP sort of saying that it's a corrupt coming together? The fact of the matter is that 4 of your top leaders are now behind bars.
Thanks, Vedant. You're right that, given that the BJP has all the might and the power, and at times even the capacity to actually buy out media houses, the fact is that, the people of this country are very aware of what the BJP is doing. And the reason is that on the one hand, they're also very tired, they're very fed up. They're actually suffering all the bad policies because of the bad policies of the BJP, which is to say unemployment, paper leak hona, women ki safety na hona, so on and so forth, endless. Then on the other hand, they're also seeing how the BJP is using, legal provisions, is using CBI, is using ED, is using institutions to actually go after the opposition. And we are barely a month away from elections. And in fact, 2 weeks away from elections. And just imagine that they have frozen one party's accounts. They've put 2 sitting chief ministers in jail. Do we have any law in the land? Or is it just going to be Modi ji, Modi ji, Modi ji? Okay. It's very funny though, and very ironic that, if you are a real corrupt person, then there is a magic that can be, used, which is the BJP ka washing machine's magic, where you join the BJP and, either the investigations will be halted or they will be just stopped.
Okay, as Vineet Goenka come in on this.
These are very important things, and I think that the fact that India Alliance and many parties with different mindsets have come together, the reason is that, we are not above the nation. Okay. If we have to come together, and in a democracy, we have all the rights to be critical of each other, or to, in fact, even, hold each other accountable. That's the point of, balancing power. So I don't
perhaps many would say that is the beauty of this alliance, that you have people who were sort of earlier critical and perhaps even continue to be critical of each other on some issues have come together.
Absolutely.
But Vineet Goenka, come in on this point. Just looking at the entire situation objectively as a political analyst, this argument about level playing field, do you think there is some merit to that? Because, you have one party's accounts being frozen, you have many opposition leaders now battling ED, CBI cases, while many would say that these are all cases in the making. These have been these are being investigated for the past couple of years now. But the fact that you have top opposition leaders being arrested, top opposition leaders being charged with corruption cases right ahead of elections will raise eyebrows.
Vedantji, Ram Ram to you, Ram Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. What does an agency do when they find that somebody is corrupt? Do they wait for the elections to get over? Do they come and ask you whether we can arrest him, whether we can take him in the custody? The answer is, the law will take its own course. Are you been arrested? Is somebody who is good, somebody who is honest been arrested? Answer is no. The ones who are criminals, ones who are involved in corruption, ones who are involved in scandals are being arrested. And if you ask the common man, the voter, he's really happy. Today, the rally was of those people who are dynast, who wants to protect their dynasty. Today, I asked one of the persons who visited this rally, कि कैसा लगा? He said, ये तो राबड़ी देवी 2.0 का मूवी चलने वाला है. So we had seen that how in Bihar when Lalu ji went in jail, he was replaced by his wife Rabri Devi ji. Today what is happening in Delhi is the same thing, that a dynasty, a wife would come up. There is no capable leader in Aam Aadmi Party who can take her
all
place.
of that perhaps is in the realm of speculation, because the Aam Aadmi Party says that, you know, Arvind Kejriwal will
I'll
continue
continue, but
to
I'll
be the
tell you
chief
one more thing. See, Delhi was asking for Pathshala, Arvind ji gave Madhushala. We were asking
Okay.
for money.
What is this?
Okay, let's not get into that sort of
dirty,
political
Nirmala.
rhetoric and these
We were
bribes,
asking
because we
for some
hear
medical
those
help.
enough
We
in
were
political
cracking on
rallies.
these.
So I'm sure our
These
viewers
corrupt
want to sort of
people
go beyond that. But
drive all
Shazia Ilmi,
people
your
happy.
response to what Mr. Goenka said about the fact that the law will take its own course. This is an argument that you hear often from the BJP, that these are all cases that were registered perhaps years ago. Arvind Kejriwal received many summons. The Congress got many opportunities to file their income tax returns.
Maidan, I just want to come in and say I am also here. You cannot, otherwise I'm leaving the debate.
Yeah, I was coming across to you, Shama. I asked, I came to you to, I have to take opening comments from everybody. Shama, I was coming to you. I asked, my question was directed to exactly to you.
The Congress party, no. We are 4 people sitting. You've asked Shazia. You've spoken to Vineet.
Shama, my question was directed to you. I came to you immediately after Vineet Goenka. My debate is an extremely balanced one. We took opening comments from everybody. Go ahead and respond to my question, please.
I'm leaving the debate.
Shama, my question was directed exactly to you.
Yes, you asked Shazia, not to me. You said Shazia. You didn't ask Shama.
My apologies if I got the name wrong, but the question was directed to you, of course. I wanted the Congress's response to that. Go ahead and answer my question, please.
If you don't know the names of your guests, then you have to just leave journalism, leave being an anchor and get out. Because I am not Shazia, I am Shama.
Shama, I'm afraid. Let's not get personal here. You've been on my debates earlier as well, and I give fair time to each one of you. I give fair time to each one of you. You're welcome to leave the debate if you don't. I mean,
I have huge respect for Shazia, but you can't call me Shazia. I'm Shama Muhammad.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Ms. Muhammad.
I don't know. Since you said Shazia, I don't know what's the question. I didn't even listen to the question.
Your response to what Vineet Goenka said about the fact that the BJP says let the law take its own course. Your response.
So, in the law, it takes its own course. I want to ask about what happened to Janardhan Reddy. Janardhan Reddy, before his case was closed, the assembly elections of 2018 in Karnataka, how did they close the CBI close the case? He was involved in 12,000 crore iron ore scandal, where he was exporting it from 9 ports in 4 states. The government of Goa gave a complaint against him. All right. Then what happened? What did the CBI say? CBI said, and the government gave the complaint that it was being exported from Karnataka. CBI closed the case saying that it was not exported from Goa, but Karnataka. I mean, this is how the loophole is. He went to jail later on. They have so many things against him. Everybody knows he's very corrupt. Now, how did he join? What happened to his case when he has recently joined the Bharatiya Janata Party? That is what we are asking. See, we also want the law to take its course, but we want the law to take its course on the opposition as well as the sitting government ministers, as well as members of parliament or whoever. Now, we never said Ajit Pawar is corrupt. They said he's involved in a 70,000 crore scam, irrigation scam. What happened to that? Why are they quiet? We never said Hemanta Biswasa is corrupt. They said Hemanta Biswasa is involved in a Louise Burgess scam. The minute he joined the party, he is free. Suvendu Adhikari, Narayan Rane was hounded, in fact, by Kirit Somaya, their own member of parliament, not anymore. So we are asking the question today is, if corruption happens in the people who have joined the party, why is that the ED investigation closes? Why is the economic offense being says it's done with? So we want to know why only the opposition is hounded from Tejasvi Yadav. You have cases against him. You have case against every opposition. Now again, they've come knocking at DK Shivkumar's door. Okay. So why not knock at the doors of also
That's a fair point, and Sharjah, let me respond to that, because recently this story broke that Ajit Pawar, the case against Ajit Pawar was also closed. So these questions will be raised. Perhaps this washing machine thing has become more of a rhetoric, but there is enough evidence to back this argument that cases against erstwhile opposition leaders who have now returned to the NDA, the cases against them have been closed.
No, that is not true. The cases against Chhagan Bhujbal have not been closed. They are going on. Recently, there was a matter, and I can just read it out to you, that Karnataka High Court dismisses Deputy CM DK Shivkumar's plea, and it was quashed because there was a CBI case, and it was dismissed. So if the courts are very clear about this, and one has to trust the courts. And tell me something, at the time when UPA 2 was in power, there were lots of PILs on corruption. Now, if these people and all the same names that Shamaji took repeated, and this is all I hear every time I go on television, because this is one rehearsed speech that all of them gave at all times. You tell me what stops them from going to the courts? When they were in their party, they were the best leaders. When they came to BJP, they became very corrupt. Okay, let's go with Shamaji and believe her. And what stops Shama and her team to go to courts? I mean, we did that when UPA 2 was in power, and with evidence, you actually believe that there is there is something wrong and hanky-panky and some witch hunting is going on. Go ahead.
Okay, quick response from you, Shama, and then I'll go across to the AAP spokesperson. Go ahead, Shama.
When the 2G case was on, who arrested A. Raja? Wasn't it by the CP? That was a CBI investigation, and he was arrested.
No,
it was our government. When it came to Suresh
Shama have a point.
It was our government. So we do not show during our time. Shazia, I did not interrupt. Let me finish, my dear.
Shazia, let Shama finish. This is not how we debate on NDTV. Let each panelist have their own point, please. Shama, go ahead. Shazia, I'll come back to you.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is that during our Shazia, let me finish. During our time.
You're working against your own case, Shama. If you don't
let me have a point, the other panelists waiting as well. Shama Mohammed, go ahead.
Because I can't talk like this. Now, what I'm trying to say is that during our time, even when we had money laundering cases, there were 6 members of the Congress. There were cases against the Bharatiya Janata Party, 3 members. So it was like this. What has happened in 2022? The PMLA has been strengthened. They have been given powers to arrest. Okay, and attach the properties before the trial. So that is why these sort of arrests are happening, arrests left, right and center.
Yes,
so what happens?
Yes. And that is a fair point that you make there, because you see, this also means that the onus is, a lot of the times, the onus is on the one arrested to prove himself or herself innocent. But Abhinandita Mathur, let me go across to you.
I can't speak like this. Other channels that put the fader down. Why don't you do that?
Abhinandita Mathur, come in on this, because this is... Nobody will be able to speak like this. Shazia, please, let other panelists have their point.
Yeah, but
nobody will be able to speak like this.
This was aimed at BJP. I have to answer this, Vedant.
You answered it.
Okay, I'm afraid we'll have to bring the faders down. Abhinandita Mathur, the point that Shazia made about courts. You have courts coming in and saying that, perhaps we don't have enough evidence to give bail, whether it was in Mr. Sisodia's case or now in Arvind Kejriwal's case as well. Your response to that, because, now you don't even have the courts perhaps on your side.
Well, ideally, the courts are not on anybody's side. Unfortunately, the PMLA law has been amended such by the BJP government that it is very hard, almost nearly impossible to get bail. Now, any legal practitioner would explain this better, but this is a fact. And which is also why the Honorable Supreme Court has in fact observed and very sternly observed that the bail should be the norm and not the other way around. The onus of
भाजपा में चले गए, पता नहीं उन पर क्या दबाव बनाया गया, तो फिर उन पर ईडी की कार्रवाई नहीं हुई. अभी हमारे स्टेट में भी आपने देखा कि परिवार को तोड़कर ले जाया जा रहा है, जिन्हें परिवारवादी कहा जा रहा है, जिन्हें भ्रष्टाचारी कहा जा रहा है.
Let's bring the fader down, please. Go ahead, Ms. Abhinandita Mathur. Okay, we have some audio problem with Abhinandita Mathur there, but Mr. Goenka, going across to you, as a political analyst, what will resonate with the voter? I think that is the key question here. Whether it is going to be this strong argument being made about federalism, about democracy by the India Bloc, or the sort of what the BJP is saying about corruption and the fact that top opposition leaders are mired in all these corruption charges. What will resonate with the voter?
So I was listening to Dr. Shama Mohammed, and she said, PMLA acts were changed in this. But let me remind her, PMA came in force in 2005 in the era of UPA itself. So if there was wrong, they had almost around 9 years for them to correct it. So she should correct her facts. 1A. B. Well, you cannot say that somebody else is corrupt, so I have a right to become corrupt. So she was giving us examples of other corrupt people. I don't know whether they're corrupt or no, but that does not give her a certificate or right to become a corrupt. These are corrupt people. So today the voter is saying two things, Vedant. One is corrupt versus capable, divider versus unifier. So there is one set of correct people who are in front of you, and then there is a capable Modi ji who is making roads, rails, vaccines, everything. There are people who are trying to divide this society on the caste line, whereas there is a unifier who is trying to bring the country together in 370, by abolition 370, sabka saath, sabka vikas. When this ration was distributed, he never asked, tera naam kya hai? Shalma got the ration, Sylvia got the ration, Sukhvinder got the ration, and also Seema got the ration.
Okay.
And their second part, last part, today the entire stage to me was looking like, Bunty Bubbly 3. So what is this? Talking about that we will do corruption, but you cannot arrest us. You have no right to arrest us because, we are dynasties, because we are entitled. And that we could see in this debate also. The sense of entitlement that I will leave the show. I think that sense of entitlement just comes because you are dynasty and corrupt. That is not correct.
Okay, Shama, your response to that. Perhaps, the fact that you have this sort of development plank being projected by the BJP, and on the other hand, you have various opposition leaders now mired in corruption charges. Do you think at least the optics are not on your side?
No, I don't agree on that. Now, he says dynasty and corrupt. I don't know what is he talking about. Now, he says the PMLA, you had time to change. Yes, when our time was there, Prevention of Money Laundering Act was not how it was changed in 2022. Why was Sanjay Mishra, the ED director who was appointed in 2018, given extension after extension? Finally, Supreme Court had to come in because he was doing their hatchet job. That is what is the thing. Extension. Let me ask you very simply, Election Commissioner, the selection was there, Chief Justice was there, you removed and made it Cabinet Minister along with the Prime Minister 2:1 against the opposition. So I didn't interrupt you. Let me tell you now. So what is happening? I'll give you another example of a Shiv Sena. No. See, if you're not, I did not interrupt once when he's speaking. He should show some sort of.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So what happens is when Pratap Sarnaik of the Shiv Sena joined your part of the Eknath Shinde, he had an ED investigation in May 2022. By September, the economics offense being closed it. So it's very obvious that the corruption charges again in leaders who join your party are just cleansed day by day. We see cases being closed of those leaders who are from the party of the join. So the question is, you can go after, you can say EDs, the people of India have understood that these cases are false. And the EDs just go one after the other.
Other points that Rahul Gandhi made today. Rahul Gandhi made a point today, and Shazia, this question is for you. He said that if EVMs, if the media, if central agencies are not by the BJP's side, they will halt at 180 seats. Your response?
So I don't know what that was supposed to mean. He also talked about match fixing. And in a way, he's saying that India is a banana republic, something he said also in Germany and many other places. And obviously, I don't blame him. He has very little idea of constitution and India. So I don't blame him for saying what he did. But he actually said something to the effect of, there's a match fixing going on. It's like an IPL match. Umpires are chosen, handpicked. So is he saying that the Chief Justice of India, the justices of high courts and sessions court are all part of this? What kind of insinuation was that? In the case of Manish, didn't Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi and Chidambaram and even Tejasvi got bail? They all got bail, right? What is the reason why Manish Sisodia did not get bail? Same CBI, same ED, same courts, sessions, high and Supreme Court. How come Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh and the 14
but
other
we do know that when it comes to the PMLA, securing bail is an extremely difficult proposition because it is almost like you are guilty until proven innocent.
There is evidence. What are you trying to say? So even if there is corruption, the agency should not do the work.
One line, please.
Okay. Shama Mohammed, your 10-second response to that, and then I'll go to the other panelists.
Which complained about the excise policy.
No. What are you talking about? I didn't understand what your response on what. I'm just telling you, Rahul Gandhi ji was talking about how things are happening, how the media is captured, the election commission is captured. The Election Commission, when a CM has been arrested after the Model Code of Conduct has come, continuous violation of the Model Code is happening by the Prime Minister of India. I have seen how the BJP is putting out ads. So there is the Election Commission is quiet. The media has been captured. So
Abhinandita Mathur, the last word to you,
because there is no democracy. We have ED, income tax. Look at our income tax, more than 3,000
Both of your points have been taken. Both of your points have been taken. Fair points for both of you.
Our accounts have been frozen.
Abhinandita Mathur, last word to you, because your party, the Aam Aadmi Party, is truly in the eye of the storm. The Aam Aadmi Party, Abhinandita Mathur, is truly in the eye of the storm. What is going to be your strategy, not just as, a party here in Delhi, but as one of the key opposition alliance partners? The fact that a chief minister, your national convener, your principal vote catcher, your star campaigner is now in jail. What is going to be your strategy? Because your strategy going ahead is also going to impact your alliance.
Absolutely. Vedant, I think that today actually gave us a lot of hope, not only in terms of how this alliance is going to work. I think that was very nice to see, but also how generally the people also saw hope in this alliance coming together. There is one thing that I have to object to before I come to the point, which is that the way in which the previous speaker, the specialist or whatever, was talking about Mrs. Sunita Kejriwal. This is very important. She's a former IRS officer. The Aam Aadmi Party has absolutely no dearth of talent, and that is what we took away today. It was so nice to see. First, you tried to trap Arvind Kejriwal in a chakravyuh or as a game of chess. You take his lieutenants, you jail his closest aides, and now you finally attack him. But we are very happy to tell you, and that is where our strategy will come, that a lot of our old supporters are back. A lot of the other people who want to save the constitution are back. Primarily, that is our strategy, and we will focus on the 6 agendas that Mr. Kejriwal conveyed today through Mrs. Sunita Kejriwal.
Okay, I'm completely running out of time. Vineet Goenka, last 10 seconds to you.
So let me correct this spokesperson of Aam Aadmi Party. The only entitlement of Sunita Kejriwal ji was that she is wife of the corrupt chief minister of Delhi. Otherwise, Atish ji would have sat there. Otherwise, the other leaders were elected by Delhi.
Okay, perhaps that's an internal matter of the Aam Aadmi Party. She is free to do press conferences. That's an internal matter of the Aam Aadmi Party. Political temperatures are certainly high, and that is very visible on this panel as well. Thanks very much, all of you, for joining us on Left, Right and Centre tonight. Quite a heated debate, but of course, this as battle lines have been drawn for the big battle of 2024. That's all the time that we have tonight. From all of us, goodbye.